Hey everyone, Spicy Toast Gaming here. Hope you're having a great day. Hope this video can make it a little bit better for you. This is actually going to be a clip from one of my live streams. If you want a link to my Twitch channel to see me playing any of this live, or a link to the main channel, both will be in the description down below. If you enjoy the video, a like and subscribe is always appreciated, and let's get into it. So the 6-star Nightmare is pretty rough. It's again that stupid, I can't end until round 5. Super annoying, always. Like Caitlyn or Fiddlesticks is like the best there to try to mill them before that. But I thought we'd do something fun. So Ashe with triple Gatebreaker, and then the modifier, it also goes with this Sliver of Divinity. So round start, the foe draws a unit, grant their units 2/2. So their units are going to be absolutely massive, meaning our units are going to scale up a massive amount because of all our frostbites because of the 6-star. Now, we're probably still going to get destroyed, but we're going to have to really rely on our frostbites in order to scale up our units, kill their units, and then hopefully, once the round 5 comes around, we then drop Ashe, she nukes the Nexus, and that's GG. At least that's the thought process. So I figured we would try this here and just see how it goes. Could be fun. Lissandra's one of those bosses that needs to be removed as soon as she gets the board, otherwise she's very hard to deal with. Yes, but it also can suck, because if you remove her from the board and they drop another Lissandra, she then has her summon effect of summoning another Frozen Thrall. And so actually removing her a lot can also kind of suck. So she's one that just in general is really bad. Let's go for the power here. Sorcery, Nature's Revenge, Fixer Upper. Another blocker is nice, but Sorcery's fun. Sure, we can try to get some good Frostbite spells. Go for Rock Hopper. Lissandra just punishes you in general. Let's go get rid of the Omen Hawk, and this is fine. It is a lot of units, but yeah, I think it'll be okay. Let's drop a Omen Hawk here. Drop this and Frostbite that. I don't think attacking is really going to do much. Since we have our sorcery, it's not too bad.
If it's a fight they want.
Sure, we'll play this here. Already, this is looking a little grim.
The trap is set.
So I don't really want to play anything else, so that... Well, I guess that hits their strongest unit, right? When the foe attacks, they get a Rolling Sands. When summon Destroy, grant your strongest ally 1/1. I suppose that's not terrible.
This timeline, we're sure to save Icathia.
Especially if we're just going to be able to kill their strongest unit.
Took the bait.
Alright, so we can attack right here. We'll be able to kill this one, able to kill that one, and then this can kill anything of theirs.
No fear.
And this is round 3. So we got rid of a good amount of their units. Alright, a Frostbite, that is wonderful. Again, we could drop Ashe, but we can't technically end yet. Sure, let's go for an Enraged Yeti. We have 6 cards left.
We know how to prepare. See what I've learned?
Alright, let's go ahead and Frostbite that. I suppose we can play this. We just don't have, yeah, that many cards.
What did we catch?
Alright, is this the round we can actually end? It looks like it. Yeah, we're able to do the 57 damage. Oh, that's the wrong one. This is the start of round 5, and yeah, I think it's the foe's Nexus can't drop below 1 health until round 5, so now we can just drop our Ashe.
My aim is true. I will unite.
And GG. So yeah, pretty much this is what we're trying to do, is just stall until round 5, make sure Ashe is in hand scaling up, and then start at round 5, drop her, and GG. Which I think is actually going to be pretty good. When I play against her, I usually draft for removal first, then look for synergies with my champion. She's punishing you, but soon you have at least 2 answers for her. She's manageable. Yeah, you normally want to go for like anything that has a capture to just get something off the board, like obliterates, hard removal, like kill spells. If you actually go for something that's just damage, that unless it's a lot of damage, often won't work. You have to get something a little bit harder. Grant an ally. Ally copies it everywhere 2/2. Not bad. I think I like it better than the others, to be honest. Since we have the sorcery, it won't be as bad to play. All right, set. Tag out. Don't really care about these. Don't actually really like Aphelios. Tarek. Not a huge fan of any of these, to be honest. Let's re-roll. Ezreal, Static Shock. Not as bad. Ornn is funny just because he is another Freljord, but I think we'll go for Ezreal. Relatively cheap, can scale up through Focusing Shot. We have the sorcery, so it should be decent. Chamber of Renewal. I think let's go for the shop, try to get a power. Chempunk can bug out your game though, which isn't great, but we'll try. Another good way to punish Lissandra from a balance perspective is to change her cost increase to be a symmetrical effect. If she wants to triple Ice Shard, let her also pay the price. I mean, that would be nice. Let's give it a True Shot. And the Wild Claw. We really like to get our Ice Veil Archer. We want to get our Ashe in hand. Sure, he's not going to do much, but...
I thought you never asked.
Oh, that sucks. I was hoping that we'd be able to get some attacks in. Oh, well.
Firing.
So yeah, we'll just pass here. Sure, let's go for Ice Veil first. And we can drop this here, just have another blocker.
An expert is at work.
And we can drop this right there. This one's pretty much served his purpose. His play effect is the main reason we want him. Let's try to go for Rhyme Fang.
I don't miss.
So we could kill that. He would be able to get an attack in. And then this one can kill that there. All right. That's kind of... I mean, the main purpose was making sure the Sting Officer couldn't block Ezreal, so... I feel like hitting any of these is kind of worthless. They're just going to keep scaling, though, out of control. And attacking the Nexus won't really matter because Ashe is going to one-shot it regardless. But sure, let's try to get that one a little bit lower. This is kind of what we don't want. This is going to stun everyone. We don't want them to hit a point where they have so many units that our Frostbites can't keep up, and that's kind of what's going on. Let's drop this guy right here. We need to get some blockers on the board that aren't stunned. Sure, we can kill that one right there. But yeah, the amount of control they have is a little bit of a problem. We can play this here, try to discard. Also, they have so much mana, they're just replacing their units. This is round 5, so we made it. We took a decent amount of damage, but this should just be able to absolutely annihilate them.
My aim is true. All the world on
GG.
one arrow.
Lissandra overall is balanced is usually the 3-card limit that screws you. Yeah, so for most champions, it's actually fine. You can play around her pretty well, but for some champions that rely on that spell duplication, they just get pretty hard countered. Rummage is okay. I like the Oof. I did like the Sentry. Having some more control is solid, but that Resplendent Plate Armor makes it pretty hard to play. I suppose Rummage can be fine. I don't really like discarding, but trying to make sure we get what we need is okay. We would love to get some more Frostbite spells right here. 3 Sisters, Elusive, Poro Cannon, Trapper. That's fine. Noxian Might, that doesn't really matter. Let's get some of these. Let's buy one of these for the just item. There's another shop over here. Let's try one reroll. Sure, some more. Well, if you have the attack token, stun the strongest enemy. I'm pretty sure this is gonna hit the same target as our other one, our round start Frostbite, the strongest enemy. Pretty sure that's going to be the case, because I know how that's worked with hold it and hold them off. Both of those hit the same target. So I know it works with some of the other spells that are like this. But still some hard CC. Makes them not be able to buff up their target. Let's go for Hextech Observatory. It would be balanced, but it changed the difficulty. Yeah, that's the thing. Is like Lissandra is supposed to be tough. Now, for a 5-star, her and Swain are both very difficult 5-star adventures. It's kind of funny how much easier the Viego one seems. This is fine. We have our Ashes, which is great. We have essentially 2 Frostbite spells. Got some more draw here. We will try to drop Ezreal, because if he can get a attack in, that will be nice. All right, that's a lot of damage. Scaling him up is not really going to do anything. I mean, technically, this could maybe give him something to survive, but probably not. We're not going to risk it.
Remember, we're the ones who make progress happen.
That's a little sad.
Coming through.
Let's go for a Frostbite right here. Perfect. And sure, we'll go for one right here as well. Again, we're just trying to reduce damage until the correct round. So this is the start of round 3. Static Shock is nice because it gives us a draw. But I think we'll just use it as a draw right here. We don't really care about Ezreal. Let's drop this one just to get a blocker for a later round. And this one will be great for next round. We'll just go ahead and pass. I mean, I guess these 2 attacking... Yeah, we should try to get some kills going. That actually will be better. Yeah, we can go here so this one can get the block elusives next round. Yeah, killing their units is good, so we can keep them from attacking. Man, that sucks. Yep, this is round 4. Let's drop this, Frostbite that there. So he's actually strong enough to get a kill. Granted, he's going to hit the weakest targets, which doesn't actually matter anymore. So that sucks. Let's drop this guy here. All right, we can drop Ezreal. We can Frostbite that one right there.
You're between me and
And then these two will die, but honestly, it does not matter. again, all we're doing is delaying till right now, start of round 5, and then GG.
Is true.
Honestly, the triple gate breakers is kind of overkill. It will help, though, if we draw her late. Just got here. What's the 3 gate breakers? No, the title says random, but this is random. What we're trying to do is for the weekly nightmare, where it has the cage match, you can't end a turn till turn 5. We're just trying to delay the enemy as much as possible, scale up our Ashe as much as possible, so then when turn 5 comes around, we just drop her, one-shot the Nexus, and then it's GG. I think let's go for Spoils of War. For 1, I like staying within my region, and then Emperor's Favor is nice. Honestly, their units get so big that killing them doesn't really matter. I mean, this could kill landmarks, which is nice. Summoning Beacon does give us a blocker. Yeah, this one, and like the stats here probably don't matter either. Yeah, I would prefer Spoils of War, but I think this one will actually be better, unfortunately. Alright, Harsh Winds, that'll be nice. Let's try a reroll, see if we can get something a little bit better. Your units have evolved. I don't think it's overly likely that we are going to trigger this. Unless we get some other powers going. Like we have Elusive, we have Overwhelm, we have Challenger. I think I'm fine. I think I'd rather save our gold. Let's go for the Harsh Winds right here. That'll be great. We normally won't be able to get the Plunder off, but it'll still be fine. Some of these are okay, but I think we're good. Let's go here for Healer. I think we'll probably cut the Wild Claw or True Shot. Honestly, we're probably never going to play True Shot. It's not going to do enough damage to kill anyone. Everyone's too big. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. And let's go for Ornn.
Building a deck, are we? Excellent. I brought nails.
This is overall actually pretty good. A lot of Frostbites. We don't have our Ashe, which is... yeah, not the best. We have a couple rounds to draw her. They're both not actually fully frostbitten.
Please tell us a story.
Let's try to attack right here. And we'll kill this one. We're just trying to get rid of their units as much as possible. We should be okay against Ornn. Normally he doesn't have that many units. They just get really big, which will be decent at dealing with. Yeah, he'll actually be able to kill one of their units, so that'll be good. Let's drop this, grab the Flash Freeze. We can Frostbite that. And they don't have any more units. Alright. That's pretty awesome. And Cora? And Cora44, thank you for the follow. Let's go ahead and attack like this. Doesn't particularly matter. Sure, we can spend that right here. I mean, it is just kind of reducing down how much we need to get our Ashe. Like, yeah, she's already gonna one-shot it. So yeah, this is just like round 3, right? Yep. So we have one more round to delay, which shouldn't be too bad. So yeah, they're immediately frostbitten. And then if they want to attack with this one, he'll just get frostbitten as well. Alright, so they're willing to end. Perfectly fine with us. It's the start of round 5. Yes, it is. And so, oh my word. That's gonna be GG. Hot take, I don't think Frostbite should affect weapons or attachments. Can be frustrating to play against, but it is nice for Ashe. Ornn is stupid, his Ram alone can one-shot your Nexus. Yes, but I like how you're actually able to counter that by just keeping him frostbitten, and you're also frostbiting the Ram. Let's go for Colossal Hammer, just making our Ashe a little bit stronger. Well, let's see. Round start rally. Us attacking normally doesn't really matter, to be honest, because the damage doesn't really matter. First time you damage in an Nexus, we're not doing that a ton. Like, we could try to use this so we can kill more of their units. I suppose it could be good, because we're frostbiting one of their units and giving them vulnerable, so we can try to use that to kill more of their units every round. Keep the amount of units they have reduced, just so that we can have less targets to frostbite. So sure, let's go here for champion item. This will be a little scary. No, Razorclaw always have vulnerable, but they have 4 power and quick attack, so we definitely need to frostbite them. Ashe LeBlanc ruined my life in PvP for years. Oof. I didn't really ever experience that. This is fine. Good thing about not playing PvP. Alright, so we could drop Ezreal. I guess he would be able to kill them, because he can strike them, and then with the Challenger, be able to do this right here. So sure, not bad. Let's go for the Rummage and get rid of both of these, because they're just not as useful of cards. Alright, not bad. Let's try to scale him up a little bit, just so he can attack and get a kill. So yeah, we'll get rid of this one for now. All right, there we go. That is a lot of units. This, yeah, we can drop a Open Hawk, and we should have just enough mana. We can still play our Frostbite. So both of our units will die. This is round 2. So next round, yeah, we could let some of our units survive, but let's just play this here. We want to keep our Nexus health up. That's the most important aspect. Everything else kind of doesn't matter. Because, yeah, this is just round 3.
Can see the Devastian border from here.
Pick an ally, deal 2 to everything else. Let's go for this right here and frostbite both of these. We, yeah, want him to survive. Attacking the Nexus doesn't really matter. Ashe is going to one-shot it. Let's, yeah, go ahead and, again, just try to reduce down the units they have. Alright, they were not supposed to open attack. That sucks. We will get rid of both of these. Try to get a frostbite. No, we'll drop this here. Again, just trying to reduce down the damage we're taking. And now it's Ashe to one-shot them.
Aim is true. Faster than my arrow? No.
Huh. That was round 4. Well, oops. We screwed up the round. Let's
Show me a target.
go ahead and kill this one. Sure. All right, let's go right here.
This is the power of an Iceborn.
This'll take a kill off.
All right, this unit is absolutely massive.
Swiftly now.
So this should just be GG. Yep. GG.
The war is over. Now we rebuild.
Rally is also control. The opponent will often wait for you to attack because you can basically pass to a new round. That's true, actually. Yeah, abusing the AI is also control. This will be good and bad. It's going to make our Ezreal be able to strike better, but also gain more copies of Ezreal. It reduces the amount of Ashes we have in deck relative to him, which then is also kind of bad because we need her. I think we'll go for the Wild Claw and then probably just cut it up here. I think we'll actually go for Scouts Ezreal, especially since we didn't just get 2 extra copies of him. Getting 1 extra copy here won't be as bad. And if we could get a couple attacks to get rid of some of their units, that could be okay. Let's go here for a shop, see if we can get... I like that, Harsh Winds. 2 blockers, that's good. Is there another shop here? There's a Mind Meld. So we don't really need our gold because we don't have any other use for it. Let's buy some more Harsh Winds. That one is excellent for us. Frostbite enemy, summon a Frozen Thrall. Not a huge fan of Frozen Thrall. Normally our deck's not full though. So more Frostbites is kind of good. Normally this damage isn't going to be enough to kill anyone. I think let's try to reroll, see if we can get something a little bit stronger for us. 1 copy of this is fine. Hero's Horn is not bad, but I think we're okay. Draw 1, deal damage to anything. We'll only be able to get like 1 of these. But sure, 1's enough. Let's head up here for Spells Chest. So back Alley Barkeep. Hopefully our Ashe is going to get enough stats that this won't matter. Let's get rid of this one and shared spoils. Holding on to the other 2 is solid. Yeah, let's go for this one. It kind of doesn't matter what stats he has, because he can still just kill units with 0 power. Go for the shared spoils just to kind of get it out of hand. He's not strong enough yet. I think let's just go ahead and attack, get another kill down. Suppose these ones could have attacked.
These jewels are more than mere trinkets.
We will pass. If they want to attack, we can play a Harsh Winds. Honestly, I think we'll play it anyways, just so we get the extra mana. And the Frostbites help too. Alright, so we'll be able to kill that one there. We can attack with everything, and we have another Harsh Winds if we need it. That is fine. But yeah, we'll use this right here. Alright, pretty perfect. So yep, this is round 4. So we need to not play Ashe, and then we'll drop her next round. Sure, let's play this one just to see if we get another good card. Although, yeah, if they're willing to end, that's fine with us. So now, round 5, drop our Ashe, and GG.
My aim is true. I will unite the failure.
Perfect.
Now begins a new era.
My 3 favorite decks from LOR PvP were Shadow Owl Freljord. That sounds pretty fun. The whole archetype I specifically like because of the cheap units. That's one thing I'm actually very excited for the new event, is we should be getting a lot of cheap champions or cheaper focused decks. At least that's my read on it. I think that should be pretty fun. Let's get some more copies of Flash Freeze, and then the Summoner's Stone will be nice. Alright, Spell's Chest. Not really a fan of any of these. I would love a Frostbite. Doubling dice. That is pretty much perfect. Let's go here for Healer. I think we wanted to cut the Wild Claw. Yes, let's go ahead and cut that there. And Viego. This will be interesting because Viego... I mean, him... It's not great because he can just be a real pain for a long time. If you don't kill him right away, he's a serious issue. Not ending fast enough is normally how he wins. We get rid of one of the copies of Ashe. We only really need one copy of Ashe. It would be nice if PvP could come back. That would be pretty great. We don't have any of our... Oh, this one's actually technically big enough. I'm a little bit worried that they're instantly going to vengeance him. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead, attack like this, and kill him. We'll play this just to kind of get it out of hand. Oh, there's... Oh, yeah, let's... Just discard, I think, that one. Kind of like all the rest. Alright, he's just going to get constantly summoned from that. We have a Harsh Winds. Sure, let's go for Flash Freeze. Goodness. They're pretty much out of mana. Ezreal's massive, so that'll be totally fine. And yeah, we can drop the Enraged Yeti.
Watch and learn. Sounds dangerous. I'm in.
So the only one, yeah, is not strong enough to kill him. But still, that's pretty good. Alright, let's... Oh, this only works for Samira.
It's not bragging if you could
I suppose attack right here. Again, killing their Nexus isn't really possible, so it doesn't really matter. So this unit isn't strong enough to kill Viego anymore.
One shot.
That is a bit unfortunate. And we don't have anyone with vulnerable anymore either. Still, though, we can work on frostbiting the encroaching mists. Sure, we can just play this right here. That way Viego essentially gets nothing.
It's not bragging if you could back it up.
Hope they're watching.
'Cause, yeah, he has nothing for his level up, which is pretty nice. Him dying isn't great, but whatever.
I'm through waiting.
We can just attack and kill him again. And sure. So we have 61, start of round 5. So we can just drop our Ashe. And that's GG. This actually worked out better than I thought. Oh yeah, Volibear proper offerings would have been pretty fun. Wonder if they'll rework some of the broken 6 stars or at least update some stuff. Probably not, because the issue is now that people are buying stuff, there's some like legal issues about like changing something after someone has bought it. So it's not as likely, unfortunately. I mean, potentially it would maybe fine if it was only like making it stronger, but we'll have to see. Anyways, this was actually pretty good. We didn't need the triple gatebreakers at all. By the time we're dropping Ashe, I mean, like, normally just one gatebreaker would have been enough. So we could have thrown on something such as, like, the spell shield, the black shield to protect all of our units while we're waiting until that's round 5. Or maybe, like, the stack deck to try to get all of our units some extra HP. But overall, this actually was pretty good, even though they had massive units. Just being able to control the board with all of our frostbites, trying to use that vulnerable to limit the enemy units. Overall, this was pretty excellent. Thank you for watching that video, especially all the way to the end. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.